So anyways, let me do a screen share and jump into this so we can rip on through it. And I think you guys are going to love what you see. So screen share. Can you see my screen? Okay, sweet. So here we go. kulaBrand's marketing system, as we know, it's kulaMarketing Pro, I believe. We just named this. So the name's a little, you guys know what I'm saying. But anyways, we'll go ahead and just start running through this. So I always start with this because some people don't know exactly what a system is, so I want to clarify. A method, procedure, or routine created to carry out a specific activity or solve a problem. And it can be done over and over again. What's that mean? Duplication, right? So what's the problem? Or what's the activity? Prospect more people and build your kulaBrand's business. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to be focused on the things, the marketing assets, the funnels, the tools that are going to allow you guys to get more kulaBrand community members. However, just know this same exact stuff that I'm explaining is going to apply to getting more people involved in Helix, in Digibot, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't want you to think like this is only available to help grow community members within kulaBrand's. This is going to apply for literally every company that Peter and the team see fit to deploy. And we will get to Digibot and Helix right at the end, but I wanted you guys to know that right now. So the activity, build the business. In this case, it's kulaBrand's, right? But it can be Helix, et cetera. Solve a problem. Well, we know this. A lot of people struggle with what to go do, right? Like they don't really know exactly how to go build. They're excited, but they might not have a system in place. And that's why I was able to see results in my network marketing company, like I was telling you when I was 21, 22. I solved the problem. My friends, because most of them were young, didn't know what to say to people. They didn't know how to generate leads, etc. I solved that problem with a system. So phase one, this system, which we're about to run through right now, is designed for you to build Kula quick, fast, and more efficiently than ever and take the guesswork out. And it's so easy a caveman or cavewoman can do it, period. So first thing we're going to start with is this. This is my specialty. The cold market stuff is Ross and Michael's specialty. So we're going to get to that in a second, but I want to hit it in kind of an A-B combination here. Step one, warm market tools. Let's talk about these first. Why? Because everyone can use these, no question. Even if you're in the NFL club, no friends left, it's nonsense. There's people you can still talk to. You just aren't really sure how to reach out to them, especially if they're acquaintances, but the system's going to show you exactly how to do that. So there's no excuses as far as the warm market stuff goes. Number one, introducing the app. Yes, you guys are getting an app, and it's awesome. And this app allows you literally from the palm of your hand with a couple clicks to push information out to people. So I'll give you the easy example of this first. Friends first, right? You might want to prospect a friend or you want to show them this. And here's the beauty of kulaBrand's, by the way. This is something that if I were actively building an MLM or network marketing for the last 10 years, and if I've jumped from company to company, whatever, it's a case for a lot of people. kulaBrand's is something that I believe, truly, I honestly believe this. I would share it with people that I've turned off in the past with MLM opportunities because it's so refreshing and different. Like it's literally different. And I am going to have an absolute ball with putting together the scripts for you guys to start reaching out to friends. Like here's the beauty of it. You could literally say, and no nonsense, no BS, no like, oh, here comes the sales pitch. If Peter were my friend, I could literally text him and say, dude, I think I found something that can make us both a lot of money by investing in startup companies. That sounds not only so mainstream and legitimate, it's not like, hey, I think I found something that can make us a bunch of money. Like that's a little bit like, all right, so where's the sales pitch coming from? It's like by investing or getting involved with startup companies. It's like the whole Kickstarter and crowdfunding thing. It's very hot, and for a legitimate reason, it's very cool. So with this app, we're going to actually, if you can see on my screen here where it says send message, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but in that app screenshot, the idea behind this app is to be able to send a message to someone, and then once they're interested to the point where they're ready for some information, you send them a link. And by link, I mean a trackable link. So say I hit up that hypothetical, I hit up Peter with a little, dude, I think I found something I think we can make some money with. It's investing and getting involved with, and it's not always investing, obviously, but getting involved with a startup company in some form or fashion. And he says, what is it? I can then send him a video that explains kulaBrand's, and there's videos that we have and more that we'll make, etc. But I could send him a video that he could watch, but when I send it, as soon as he clicks that link, I'm going to get a push notification on my phone that he's watching the video right now. So it makes for smart follow-up. Here's another cool thing. Say he clicks it, he watches it, and whatever happens, he gets a call, so he gets interrupted. 3 hours later, he comes back. He clicks that link again. Guess who gets notified again? Me. I will know again. 2 days later, 10 days later, 60 days later. It doesn't matter. He's stored in my app, and I'll show you the app in just a little bit. But I'll get notified each and every time. So it makes for smart follow-up. Like, you ever sent a video to someone in the past, and it's like, oh, I wonder if they watched it. And then you're like, do I ask them if they did? I want to follow up, but they're like, I just didn't have time yet. You literally know when your prospect is looking at the information because it's tracking everything. Even to the point where how far they watched through the video, if they click through, et cetera, et cetera. So you can see all this stuff within this app. Me, Michael, Ross, the team, we've had this app deployed for, I don't know, a year or two now. And the beauty of that is we've been able to figure out what makes the most sense to a distributor. That's the beauty of this. We know what data makes sense to people. So you're not going to have all these cool bells and whistles that are literally irrelevant. And that's the one thing I don't like about a lot of systems out there. There's like all this cool stuff, but it just doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't help you at all. So we only focus on stuff that legitimately matters. That middle button that says action follow-ups, if you click that, and I'll show you in just a bit, because I know I want to run through this pretty quick, but you can see all the people you've sent a link to the last 7 days. You can go ahead and see all the people you've sent a link to the last 30 days. You can see the last 15 contacts that have clicked your link. That's helpful information because you know, oh man, like, you ever send information to someone and you forget that you sent it and you forget to follow up? And what do we know in this industry? The fortune's in the follow-up, right? So for you to be able to keep track and be intelligent with following up and having it all on your phone, it's a total game changer. So that's what Michael was saying about that guy that blew up. Why? Because he used our system. Because he was able to teach this system amongst his entire team, and it literally changed everything. So this is a proven model, and I'll tell you, I get so juiced up about it because I know deploying it literally can change people's lives. Like, actually. I got chills saying that too because it's a word that everyone uses too much in this. And you're like, oh, it's a life changer. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let me see the results. Well, we got the results. And you guys literally have the best of the best because your corporate team invests the time, money, and resources into it for you all. And that's why I'm super excited to work with you. So next thing, how does it work? I talked about this. This is some screenshots of the actual dashboard. Send a text message by utilizing scripts. So, this is the beauty of this. Within this app, if people don't know how to start the conversation, they don't need to know what to say. We've literally preloaded this app with scripts that you can edit, by the way. Absolutely, you can edit these beforehand. So you can see where it says conversation starters, first text. Well, if you're texting a good friend, select this. And what'll happen is the text message will pre-populate as if you're sending a text. I mean, it literally just opens up your text messaging platform. You can edit it right before you send. It's no problem. And you know what? I'm just going to do this. Michael, you think it's cool if I just do a quick little app demo on another app that we have?
Absolutely. If it's okay with Peter and the rest of you guys here, we will show someone else's app.
Yeah, I just want to show you like an actual hypothetical here. So check this out.
Joe, I know you can't see the chat on the right, but people are just blowing up, buddy.
Oh, man, I love it. Love it.
And Donovan, I think, is going to lose his mind up there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's exciting. Because the thing is this. We all know this, right? Like, the traditional rule is you get involved in a company, you make your list of 200 people, you start dialing. Now it's like you still do that. I mean, look, this is just an accessory to everything you should be doing, those daily activities. But it's like, make your list of 200 people and then start texting and know when they respond and know when they check the information out, et cetera, et cetera. So let me just give you a quick sample of one. I want to show you, let me just show you the direct sellers one. So this is pretty cool. You open this app up, send message. By the way, you don't have to upload contacts. You see this little screenshot? You just allow the app to have access to your contacts. That's it. Click OK. Contacts are there. So say prospect was my friend, right? Choose the contact. Let's go ahead and grab a text. So say prospect is a good friend of mine. I got a friend named Prospect, right? So say prospect's a good friend of mine. I click review and send. Boom, text pops up. I, of course, can edit this all I want before I send it, and I can send it out. So I send it out to my prospect. They get it. They respond back, yada, yada, yada. I click back home. So my prospect's now ready. Check this out. Click review and send. I'm just going to send it to myself. By the way, I have noticed with screen shares, so there's the text that goes through, right? Just like a normal text. Hey, got a quick question? Yeah, sure. What's up? You know, I'm just role playing here. Say we get to the point where they say, yeah, I'll check out whatever information you got. At this point, let me click this little house in the top right corner, click send link. I'm going to grab prospect again. And this is where we can load whatever we want. So Digibot, Helix, Kula Brands, because that first marketing system is going to be a combination for all you people getting involved soon. All you people, you know what I mean by that. But anyways, essentially, you're going to be able to leverage all these marketing tools in this app. So there's a couple different sizzle videos in this case, you know, distributor-focused one, a customer-focused one. It's the same idea. You're going to be able to pick from a drop-down what you'd like. So say I wanted to send prospect, the sizzle video distributor-focused. I click done. I click review and send. See how that link's got like a bunch of, you know, numbers and such? The app just spun up a unique link to this person. So I can send this to my prospect. When my prospect clicks this open, a push notification will fire. I don't know if one's going to work right now because we're on a screen share. It does sometimes and it does some other times, but I would get a push notification letting me know that that was clicked. So as you can see, here's a page with the sizzle video and obviously an enticing headline like, what is that? Now this is for this other company, of course, but you get the idea. So say my prospect clicks on tell me more. It then goes right to here where it would show your name. So like if we were using Deb, for example, it would say, hit Deb back up ASAP if you like this or even if you don't. Either way, don't leave them hanging. And if the person clicks on the phone number, it would open the text messages right back up and they can respond. So it makes it so simple and it drives your prospect to reach back out to you. So the beauty of that is, and I'll try one more time to click. It's weird with a screen share. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it might be because it's in an incognito window too. Hold on a minute. Let's just see. Hold on. I wanna see if I can get this to work. I don't know if it will though. Yeah, it might not. Anyways, nonetheless, it's cool. When the notification comes, it'll say new click activity, et cetera, et cetera. But on screen shares, it like never wants to work. Of course, when everyone's watching me. But anyway, so that's that. I'll show you a couple other things in this app, and then we're gonna keep moving. What I was telling you, the action follow-ups. Remember the 7-day, 30-day, who have you sent text to, et cetera. So you can click the 7-day. Now, I haven't used this app in a while, but you see where it says prospect? It would show all the leads you've sent links to in the last 7 days. Same thing for the last 30 days, your last 5 leads. All the leads that you generate with the cold market stuff, they all get loaded in here. This is your overall stats on your app. So for you leaders, if any of your downline is saying, oh man, you know, I'm having an issue with prospecting. I'm doing everything I can, but it's just not working. You could say, well, hey, do you have the app? Yeah, I have the app. Well, why don't you go to your Race to 100 and send me a screenshot so I can see where you're struggling? Because here's the deal. If you look at this, you see this second column that says total links sent? If you see like a number that's very high, right, but then you see a very low click rate, you know that that person is probably just spamming the heck out of their friends with links, not leading into the conversation first. Because there's a very high link send rate, right? There's a ton of links sent, but no one's clicking it. They would click it if they knew that the link was coming. So obviously you know that the preparation or the conversation starter is not being done well. So that's essentially what that means. What I'm going to do is come back into my PowerPoint. Michael or Rossa, did you have anything else you wanted me to show that comes to the top of the mind with the app that's up right now?
You know, I'll just say this, Joe. The number one thing about the app is that it makes it so you really have your business in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
And, you know, it changes the game, right? So you're not just have to be in the 3-foot rule. Corey, I know you know what I'm talking about. We laughed about it. We were on the phone or on Zoom a few weeks ago. You don't have to be just like spamming people. But the cool part is, Joe, the methodology of what happens here. When you've got the difference between somebody you have a natural personal conversation with, when Jill Watson and I are talking to each other, it doesn't have that awkward business feel to it. We have like real natural conversation. And what I love about it is the version that we've gotten to now on the app, where it's the original version wasn't like this. It was bam, direct, right to the point. And what we realized, and Joe, what your team realized first, is that it has to have that opening. It has to have that natural conversation. And so that's what this app is designed to do. It's designed for that natural conversation. So you've got different scripts, different messaging, different presentations that happen based on who that person is to you. Whether it's somebody who you just met, is asking you about it, you guys, drop a little teaser about your mini Shark Tank type community or whatever it happens to be. It's all being there naturally. And the greatest part is that you guys will be able to put your fingerprints on this. So as we're coming to you in the community saying, hey, give us some insight of how this works. And the way that this gets better, ladies and gentlemen, is by having a good feedback loop. And so we're going to have that open door policy with a good feedback loop. You'll feed it over to Morgan or to Peter or however these guys decide to send it over to us, but we're going to be listening, because the better that the app becomes, the better that kulaMarketing becomes, the better that we all come together. So really cool things.
Absolutely. And what Michael was just saying, I want to just touch on it for literally 30 seconds. That's the biggest struggle people have. They don't know how to open the conversation up, and they don't know how to exactly lead into the moment where they can send info. Because I'm a huge fan of this. Peak and point. Peak interest, point to a resource. You don't need to be a salesperson. Peak interest, point to a resource. The app is literally built around that theme exclusively. So you can see right here, this is obviously for another system, but I want you guys to see how this whole engine works. First text, conversation starter, right? Open up a conversation. Most people can do this, but how many people do you text on a consistent basis? Maybe 5 to 10, if that. That was the other thing that me, Michael, and Ross realized. Like, we had these texts for good friends, but then we're like, oh man, people are running through their friends and they don't know what to say. So we then loaded the app with scripts that made sense for an acquaintance. Like, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I want to get your opinion on something real quick. Generic, but it gets the job done of opening the conversation up. So then obviously after the conversation's open and they say something back like a, yeah, what's up? Obviously direct sellers, this is like a wine network marketing company, but based on their interest, we can hit them with a different script. So you're just guiding the conversation down the road of them wanting information. So I just want to quickly touch on that. Let me pop back over to the PowerPoint now so we can keep rocking through this. All right, so that's warm market stuff. Just by the way, to mention this, what I just showed you is what everyone can do, period, end of story, no question. And a lot of leaders will teach the 2-a-day system. Just send 2 texts out a day. I mean, of course, go more than that, no doubt. But if you can do 2 a day, you can see momentum in your business. Absolutely no question, because as Jim Rohn says, right, know your numbers. You do 2 a day, that's what, 14 a week? That's 14 a week is, I don't know, close to 60 or so a month. You start to get the idea, and then you start converting people and getting them in. And with an opportunity like Kula, you're not going to have a problem. People see this information, they get excited, period. End of story. So let's move on now to the kulaMarketing system funnels. All right, now these are just quick mock-ups we threw together. So these are obviously lead capture pages, as you can see. So if someone, for example, clicked on this Learn More button, right? So they went to this page, they're reading it, they click Learn More, they pop their name, their email, and their phone number in. You then essentially are going to be able to have that lead in your contact manager. So let me just skip over to here. This might be a little bit, oh, you know what? Let me just show you actually another system. Forget that. When you guys start generating leads, now I'm going to have Ross and Michael talk about that in just a second, but let me just show you a sample. Here we go. All right, so check this out. Contacts and leads. So as you guys generate leads through these pages that we're going to build and deploy, so you don't need to go get a ClickFunnels account. You don't need to go buy a Lead Pages account. You don't need to go do any of that. It's all going to be literally right here, all in-house. So you can start generating leads, having emails that are compliant already going out for you. You can have all of these things happening. So you're not going and trying to sync up this funnel builder with this email marketing, with trying to figure out how to run this traffic, with we literally are putting it all under one roof for you, done for you, plug and play, and it's super easy. So as you can see, this is a contact manager, so you can drill in. So let's just drill in right here. And you can see all the things the lead's done. You can see the emails that have been sent. You can see the emails that they've been opening. You can take notes on the contact if you'd like. Their score will go up based on the activity that they take. So we have a very robust contact manager that allows you to really keep a pulse on what your leads are doing. So I'll give you a quick sample because like Digibot, for example, that's somewhat similar to this system as far as the services go. But say we make a page that looks like this, video capture page. We have a headline at the top. We got a video right here. Someone clicks learn more. They pop their name, their email, and their phone number in. And then they go to what's called a tour page, we call it, which essentially does a good job explaining information. So anyways, what the beauty of this partnership that me, Michael, and Ross have together working as a team now that we've come together, they are masters at this stuff. Masters at building pages that convert and masters at getting traffic there. So you can literally plug into this system and have lead generation happening all the while you're using your app, getting the momentum going, and having this then be an accessory to that. So it's literally a 1-2 punch, peanut butter jelly, vodka tonic, whatever you prefer. It makes perfect sense here. Yeah, Deb just came in for the vodka tonic. That was awesome. So anyways, what I'm going to do is come back to the PowerPoint real quick. And then, Michael, I'm going to throw it to you just for a second as I'm going through this. So check this out. So here we go. Here's just some mock-ups. The idea for you guys here is that you're going to have these preloaded and made into your marketing system that you can immediately use in real time.